boys down by the sea.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show, coming to you from Geelong on a beautiful Saturday morning. We've had some pretty horrible weather through the week, but the weather has picked up. We're all excited. We had a match on last night. We've got a round of matches on this afternoon. Last Saturday we saw the Bell Post Hill Panthers too good for Geelong West, with Dylan Whitney once again best on the ground. The Panthers not doing his Whitley medal chances any harm at all. Werribee Central's too good from Winchelsea, with Jason Buddy booting 9 goals. Belmont Lions continuing on their winning way, knocking off the Anarchy Roos and Football Flats. The East Geelong Eagles, too good for Corio, and Ricky O'Toole, the evergreen Ricky O'Toole, back to his sensational best, putting a lazy 10 goals. Inverleigh, too good for Thompson, but gee, they were level at three-quarter time. The Tommy Tigers must have been getting Mitch a little bit excited there, don't you worry about that. And the 94.7 match of the day was out at the Keith Barclay Oval, where the North Geelong Magpies continued on their winning streak, knocking off the Bannockburn Tigers, with Jamie Pittman in sensational form, kicking another 4 goals. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I have assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football to eradicate, adjudicate, communicate, but definitely not procrastinate. We've got a couple of new ones on this morning, but I'll tell you what, one that needs no introduction. He's the mayor without the hair, Johnny Mitchell. G'day, mate.
G'day, Dick. How are you, mate?
Going all right, mate. Everything going all right up there at the Thompson Thunderdome?
We've got a plethora.
The Violet Crumble's going well?
Plethora of injuries, but going okay. Going okay. The boys that are coaching, both Reece and look, I've forgotten his name. Sorry, Squizzy. Reece and Squizzy are doing a good job, and they're trying to rebuild from the bottom up, not the top down. So they're being competitive. They're not very happy about just being competitive, but they're going okay, mate.
Fantastic, mate. And Grubby occasions a notable absence this morning. We don't know where he is. He might have got bogged at the duck pond. We've got no idea where he is, but we've got off the interchange bench the legend, he told me he was, the legend of the East Geelong Eagles, none other than Keith Scrunch and Jamison. G'day, mate. How you going?
G'day, Dick. How are you, pal? G'day, Johnny boy.
How are you, Keithy?
Good, mate.
Nice. You blokes want to do your introductions and hellos and pat on the backs and get it out of the way.
You know what it's like.
Good to have you on the show, mate. A long time since we've had you on the show. Great to have you here. And these Geelong Eagles travelling all right at the minute.
At the minute, mate.
And a win.
Finally cracked one last Saturday, but long time coming. But no, it's good. Boys need a bit of confidence, and that's the way to do it when you win by 100 odd points. It's the way to start. Good
on you, mate. Well, we've got a very special guest on the show this morning. He is the coach of the North Geelong Magpies, and his name is Daniel Key. And good morning, Daniel.
Hey Dick, how you going?
Good to have you on the show, mate. Now I've got to declare this, that your dad, Malcolm, was a sensational footballer for the North Geelong Magpies back in the 90s, a premiership player, and I've seen you grow up from a young fella and come through the juniors, went to South Bowen, but you've been thrown in the deep end, mate, as coach of the Magpies this year, having taken over from Darren Ryan when he had some work commitments. How's it going, mate? You must be feeling pretty good after 5-0.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, everything we've tried so far has worked, and yeah, everything, we're happy with the way everything's going at the moment.
Daniel, just a question that my dad was a premiership player at North Geelong too, in the 52 or 53, I think, Dick, but aside from that...
makes you 84.
It does, 83. Aside from that, Daniel, I was interested, you had a distinguished career at South Bowen, and I was just wondering about the professionalism of both clubs. How would you rate North Geelong's professionalism? And you being the coach obviously can bring a lot of that across. But how do you rate the off-field performance as well as the on-field performance compared to probably the powerhouse of the last 10 years of the GFL?
Obviously on the field we're probably not up to the same level as the GFL, but off the field there's just as many dedicated and committed people, who basically run the show every week, get us on the ground. So in that sense it's very similar, just that dedication and commitment that is shown behind the scenes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It's great to hear that, Daniel, to be quite truthful. Just another one, Josh Trasai has played his first game for you last week. He's an ex-East Geelong boy, a Thompson boy. I think he was down at Colac Imps or somewhere like that last year. How did he perform? He's named in your best. Big love of a kid.
Yeah, he has a real crack every week. He's a big guy, like you said, but once the ball hits the deck, he plays like a rover, and he's added a lot to our side this year.
Oh, that's good.
Daniel, to lose Paul Begay after round 4, absolute terrible thing to happen. We all know that he did his knee, a couple of years ago, missed out on a complete, or last year, missed out a complete season, and to lose him when he was just in sensational form. If there's anything good about it, it's early in the season, it gives you a chance to reassess your forward line, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Like, probably a strength of ours we've identified already is our even spread, so as much as it does hurt to lose him, we're pretty confident we'll be able to cover him hopefully in some sort of way.
Doggy Ryan, obviously, coaching record was sensational. I said you were thrown into the deep end. It wasn't supposed to happen until 2016, but you're there now, mate. And to coach your fellow players that you've been obviously your mates with, does that make it any harder when you've got to make some tough decisions?
Yeah, it does. Well, so far we've been lucky. We haven't had to make too many tough decisions, but yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, that's my job. That's what I have to do, and we'll move on, I suppose.
Daniel, your performances have been very, very even. You know, you played Bannockburn on Saturday that hadn't lost the game. Probably, I thought, were probably flattered a little bit by the draw, and you've gone about really pulling them apart. And they'll be one of the finals contenders, I'd imagine. Who do you see as your biggest threat?
Oh, I think you'd have to say at the moment Balpo still the ones we have to catch. Still have to somehow work out a way to close that 10-goal gap from the grand final last year. So they're probably out in front at the moment.
I don't suppose you're going to let someone like Bobby McLeod run around the middle of the ground on his own as he did. I saw three Balpo still North Geelong games last year, and I don't know what Bobby did, but he never had an opponent. They just kept kicking it to him, and no one did anything about it. So you sort of got to be aware of that, haven't you, on that big ground, not letting anyone run through the middle of the ground on their own, unimpeded all day.
We'll definitely have to have a look at that before we get out there.
Yeah.
To counteract Balpo still last year, did you recruit a lot of runners this year to suit St Albans ground?
Yeah, that's we pretty much specifically recruited for what we thought we needed, and so far the guys who we have recruited have shown what we thought they'd show. So yeah, we're happy with that.
Yeah, it's good.
Does Dad get out and watch you play out at North Geelong? Haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, he gets out there most weeks.
So you get one of those ones out in the car in the out or something.
Yeah,
Keeps it nice and
in his
quiet.
car, keeps himself. Yeah.
He must have been a great influence on your career, though, because I mean I've had so much respect for your dad. We're the number 18 for North Geelong, and as I said, premiership player, and the fact that you're his son and you've come through now, he must be pretty proud of you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Do you give him much advice?
Yeah, we occasionally give him a phone call on a Saturday night or Sunday, and we'll have a chat about the game, but he sort of lets me do my own thing.
Sensational. Well, Daniel, thanks very much for coming in on Saturday morning, mate.
No worries.
If you like, you can stick around and help us do the predictions for this afternoon's games if you want to stick around a little bit longer.
Yep, no worries.
That'd be great, mate. Daniel Key, the coach of the North Geelong Fabulous Magpies. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons.